Hi, welcome to the Oracle Star Tarot. I'm going to do a themed reading for you today, and this is something that is a little bit against my character, but it's something I'm practicing, and this is the honest, hardcore truth. So from your higher self, from spirit, what do they really want you to know? Out of love, tough love. So if you're ready to hear something like that, please continue to watch. And I originally planned to do the cards face down, but we will start with the Chariot. The Chariot is an energy of movement and going forward towards something. So tough love here. It is time to just go. Chariot is light and shadow. It's sun and moon. It's everything. And it's, the spirit is saying, okay, enough of the dilly-dallying, enough of processing all the past and the potential issues for the future. They're saying, just go, just do it. Because if you're thinking about a project or something to do or what you need to do or all the possible things that can go wrong, you're just gonna stay stagnant. They want you to move out of love because they want you to grow. They want you to have a good experience, a better experience. This is the Wizard of Oz Tarot, by the way. Okay, so you have friends, and remember to speak with your friends. Ask your friends for help. Don't ignore your friends, the ones that you trust, the ones that are there for you. Some of them might be feeling shut out at the time, and they possibly want to get together with you. What is the witch? Okay, so Queen of Brooms. Spirit doesn't want you to go forward in this angry energy here, okay? They want you to go forward feeling supported. And that's where the friends come in. That's where the love comes in. So that's something to think about. Okay, so if you're feeling in this energy, remember the love, remember the support. Because oftentimes if we feel alone or if we feel slighted or hurt or we build up resentments, we can get into this energy of feeling possibly vindictive. Here's the witch again. And she's like sending out her flying monkey to do her bidding. So you want to ask friends for support, but in a positive way, right? Not in this negative way, like using a friend to like hurt other people or yeah. So there's a reminder there. Remember the value of the people around you and what they have to say and share and what their experience is. It might be a little bit different, than your perspective, but the more you can come together and come to an agreement and get on the same page, the more constructive your journey will be. Also, remember the power of communication, and you're being asked to consider when you're communicating with another person, what's the intention there? Is it to get somebody else on your side, or is it to be constructive? We want to have allies, right? But how can we have that and also have an energy of love and support? I'm going to be honest, this is difficult for me to do because usually when I'm reading, how I would interpret is somebody has done this to you, and maybe they have done some kind of hurtful thing. And if that's the case, turn to your friends to support and move away from that. It's just also because I'm doing the cold hard truth, what comes up is to remember to be impeccable with your own word. And if there's a situation where somebody was harmful, go. Move away from that. And be sure you're being asked to embody an energy of love and growth and support and pour all of that energy into your own life and your own happiness, and release connections as much as you can with those who are not here to support you in a positive and healthy way. I was talking to somebody the other day about how some relationships can be addictive and we can get drawn to the highs and lows of that. However, are you really, really enjoying that? So that's something to look at as well. Something that came up. Okay, Hermit. This is about processing something alone and connecting with spirit, connecting with your higher self. So if you're entangled in the drama that is going on in human life, which is of course so easy to do, remember to tune in to your higher self in addition to turning to others to process it, what would your higher self say? Death and rebirth. So something wants to end. Something needs to end. Something just needs to be done is what I'm getting. And if you are in an energy of being alone and spending a lot of time with yourself, consider how you want to spend that time in that energy. Do you want to spend the time being angry? Like angry riding a bike? Or do you want to spend it growing a garden, creating something beautiful? Strength. To be strong, we don't have to have this up on a pedestal energy and gathering our, I guess what I could say is gathering our sidekicks to support our anger. We can be in this energy where you have soft love and a fierce heart. It's the lion and the lamb. So you can be loving and strong and courageous at the same time. There's something that maybe you're not wanting to see. So this is about possibly looking at your part. And it doesn't mean that in whatever situation where you had maybe some conflict or something that didn't align with what your heart wants, it doesn't mean that it was your fault, but there might be something you're not seeing. Like, okay, why am I connecting with people like this? Or why am I engaging in this energy? It could be something like that. Or why am I not setting boundaries, strong enough boundaries? Who knows exactly what it could be, but there's something that spirit wants to help you see, and that is for your own personal journey. So once you allow, I feel like that wants to come out. Once you allow yourself to look at whatever it is, you will be able to really come back to yourself and sit in your confidence and remember your value so that you can align with what your higher self truly wants for you, what spirit truly wants for you. The moon is embracing the light and shadow on your path. So you have a lot of darkness. You also have a lot of light. That will always be a part of your journey. Those elements will always be a part of you. The more we shut out the dark, the more it'll scream to be seen. So looking at it, looking at the dark parts, recognizing it, giving it love, and saying, okay, I know that you're here for a certain reason, to protect me, to keep me safe. You're an integral part of my journey. However, I'm going to listen to you with discernment. I am going to tame you, almost like a wolf, right? This is the wolf sitting at the person's side. Make it an ally, not an enemy, in a good way, in a positive way that is for the benefit of all beings. So for example, if you think part of your shadow is vindictive, okay, how can you say, okay, Miss Vindictive? I can say that because I have a part of me that is like that. Okay, Miss Vindictive, I see you. I know you're trying to protect me. I recognize you. Come sit by me. But let's play with this energy in a new way. Let's channel this into something different. For example, growing a garden. For example, pouring all that energy into yourself and your world. Okay, I'm vindictive. I want revenge, right? How am I going to get revenge? It's not getting the other person. Building up your own life and becoming the best person you can be, that is your revenge. How can you do something that doesn't hurt other people? How can you take that shadow and transform those tendencies while also recognizing that shadow aspect and that it's asking for something? Okay, so once you're able to open your eyes and see you're willing, then spirit is going to help you. You got to be willing to get in the boat, and they're going to help you get there. You don't have to do it all alone, and you don't have to turn to your shadow self to do all of it, right? Releasing judgment will release your heart, set your spirit free. Also, there might be some kind of energy of like Judgment Day, where some kind of decision has been made and it's just done. Remember your inner child. Your inner child really wants to speak with you. And sometimes that inner child can be angry if it doesn't feel seen. The witch was lonely in the Wizard of Oz. She didn't feel seen. And so she wanted to hurt others. She wanted to like steal that dog Toto, right? Because she was having a bad time, right? So that inner child part that was, throwing a fit, like a temper tantrum, was acting up. Give that inner child love. In recognition and care, come back to a gentle state where you're gentle with yourself and where you're gentle with others. This looks very similar to this card. I see that you're pondering something. What are you pondering? You're pondering what kind of world you want to create for yourself. How do you want it to look? King of Swords and Queen of Swords. It's time to move towards gaining some clarity on that. Be really clear with who you are, who you want to be, what kind of life you want to live, how you want to live it, how you want to act, what kind of decisions you want to make. I have a practice and I'm not perfect at it, but where I work on telling the truth as much as possible, and I'm getting better and better at it. There's some elements where I realize I'm not fully the best at it. And a lot of it has to do with protecting other people's feelings, which I had a conversation about that as well yesterday. And so working on that, but as much as I can, I work on telling the truth and being honest. However, we have white lies for a reason, right? So we don't get in trouble, so we don't hurt others. So the other element of that is getting clear with who I am, who I want to be. And if I'm living honestly, whether I'm by myself or with others, if I'm living authentically when I'm at home, when I'm in certain kind of groups, when I'm at work, then I can be honest. Somebody can ask me, what'd you do yesterday? I'll be honest. If I need a sick day home, I don't make up an illness. I just say I need a day off. I don't have to make up a lie, right? Yeah. So really having clarity. And that not only helps your own heart, that helps the hearts of others. Ooh, these ones came out. The last reading, the same two cards were integral elements of the reading. And it was the Five of Pentacles. I think it was the last reading, but anyway, the Five of Pentacles and then the Ten of Pentacles. This is like you're halfway there. Outside the door, there's the key. Once you open the door, that's what's on the other side of the door. The Ten of Pentacles. So it's like all of this coming together. This is your childhood self. Innocent energy. Children. Could be children in your life. Friends, right? Three of Cups was friendship and love. Human connection, heart connection. Ultimate fulfillment. Eight of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles. This is individual fulfillment energy. And this is community, family. This is everything. It's structures, home. It's your castle. It's everything you want to create. And even like the dogs in there. So when you focus on pouring all that energy into your own life, that's when your most authentic, preferred life begins to grow and build. So once you're ready to process this, once you're ready to look at what Spirit wants you to look at, get in the boat and begin to move. Have some clarity, plan, prepare, remember how you want to be a strong person, but also with integrity. Move forward. Get you moving. That is when you're going to be the king of your world, the queen of your world, and when you're going to be able to share that with people who truly love you and with whom you truly love. Yeah, that's what I get for your reading. Thank you for helping me practice a little more honest truth, and I'm excited to hear about your journey.